We are just over 2 weeks away from Election Day. Florida voters are going to have major decisions to make on laws and future political figures. I want to give you a look right now at some of the big items on the ballot. Amendment 3, that will have voters deciding on whether or not to legalize marijuana. Then we have Amendment 4. That is asking voters if the current 6-week ban on abortion should stay or allow women more time. 60%, though, approval is going to be needed to pass these amendments. And speaking of lawmakers, you've likely seen the commercials on the race between Republican Senator Rick Scott and Democratic challenger Debbie Merkersel-Powell. The Real Clear Politics average has Scott at a 6-point advantage in recent polling. Well, early voting starts tomorrow in South Florida. CBS News Miami's Steve Majuri is breaking down what you need to know.
Ava defines early voting with one word:
convenience. I don't want to wait in the crazy lines on November 5th.
She instead is willing to wait in line when early voting starts on Monday. Get it out of the way.
I have to because I'm leaving the state.
Broward County election officials are loading up to go set up their polling sites. They want you to have the early window to vote to avoid longer lines on Election Day and to encourage more people to vote. Early voting times vary depending on what county you live in. Here in Broward County, there are 29 different early voting sites, and you can go to any of them regardless of where you live in the county.
If you happen to be across the county visiting friends and you good ladies may go to lunch and say, hey, let's all go vote together, you can go ahead and do that. And that's the beauty of early voting.
Miami-Dade County has 33 polling sites, and Monroe County has 5 of them. Both Miami-Dade and Broward County have early voting from October 21st to November 3rd from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monroe County has the same dates, but polls are open from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. David Anderson says he will take advantage of the early voting time period since it's a quick way to conduct his civic duty.
I think that it's great that people are going out voting early in Georgia, where the lines are half a mile long, and that there is a commitment in our democracy that people want to be heard. And I'm so grateful for people wanting to get out and be known.
Broward County officials say you can also drop off an absentee ballot at an early voting site instead of sending it by mail. But on Election Day, you will have to go to a specific precinct based on where you live if you want to vote then. And when you go to a voting site, you need a form of ID with a signature. We have a full breakdown of early voting sites and information on our website. In Fort Lauderdale, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.